Forgot all about my words.
We are live.
We're live, and I forgot my words. Hey, welcome to another episode of the Unshaven Modcast. I'm Fugget.
I'm Action.
And Uber's dead.
Yeah, he died.
He was a pain in the mouth.
Yeah, he's just because you took off last week, he could take off this week.
Yeah, I guess. Take off last week. He just does whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Right.
We are weekly on Wednesdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have studio live at our website at unshavenmodcast.com, and we go live on our Facebook page also. It's facebook.com at unshavenmodcast. If you can't stay awake for the whole show, you can search for us on YouTube, iTunes, Google Music. All episodes are uploaded the day after they air. We are a show about nothing, so prepare to be offended with words like fuck, unicorns, and baked beans. Our sponsor. Good words. Had to think of that in the moment. Our sponsor for the month of February is Cincinnati Tattoo. If you can't tell, the background behind Action's changed there a little bit for the people on Facebook. They offer clean and professional tattoos and piercings to the Queen City and beyond for more than 50 years. You can find them at 4951 Glenway Avenue, Cincinnati, Ohio. And call them 921-3308. Check them out in their photo gallery and what they do at CincinnatiTattoo.com or on Facebook at Cincinnati Tattoo Studios. All right. So how's your fucking week?
It was alright. Had a couple things happen.
Yeah?
Yeah. So last Friday, I was driving home, and I was at a stoplight, and some kids pulled up behind me, and they were all rapping and throwing their hands in the air and acting crazy,
like they just
singing.
don't care.
Right. And I saw them in my rear view. I thought, like, it'd be funny if they weren't, like, paying attention, doing all that shit, and
right.
I ran into the back of my car. So then, like, so I make my turn, and not, like, 5 minutes later, a guy in front of me stopped to turn. So I stopped, and they slammed right into the back of my car.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So is this going to be like an every other week thing where you're getting hit?
Dude, I know, it's crazy. But,
how's the car holding up after all that?
It's good.
Good.
Yeah, it's good. My, LX badge that was on the back of the trunk.
Oh, it'll come off?
Yeah, it's not there anymore.
Nah, that sucks.
Yeah. That's the only damage it took.
Now people are never going to know what kind of Honda Civic.
Right, yeah, right. They're
You're going to be...
Yeah.
Whatever the word I'm looking for is.
Yeah.
Devastated.
Yeah,
that was the word I was looking for.
That's a good word.
It's a good word.
Yeah, I was going to say confused. I don't know where I was going with it. Fuck.
They would have been confused also.
Right, yeah.
Anything else?
Not too much, really. Figured out how to work the mixing board.
That's good.
Yeah.
Do we sound better out there for the people that are on the website, not on Facebook? We were testing it last night. It should hopefully sound louder and better than it has been.
Yeah. Just got to know what the buttons are.
Figure out one button at a time.
Right.
We're hoping to take calls here soon.
Yeah.
Take calls and hook either mine or Uber's laptop up into it to be able to play music, sound effects, and whatever.
So that's more buttons I have to learn.
More buttons? Well, we'll do that.
Yeah.
All we gotta do is plug a cord in, and
right.
we can do those buttons.
Yeah.
You gotta do the important buttons.
Right.
I don't really think have anything happen this week.
Yeah.
I wasn't on last week, so I guess I'll talk about the week before, which the only thing I really did last week was we went to Lumineer's show.
Yeah.
Me, Chrissy, and my oldest took her it was her first show. Her first, big show. I took her to some smaller local shows before, but it was actually a really good show.
Nice.
Lumineers are really, really good in concert. I mean, really good. They sound just like they do on the album. I was really impressed. But that was a good show. That's about it for me.
Yeah.
I don't really have much else I've done this week, but work on club stuff.
Yeah. It's like every week. I mean.
Yeah. Every week, same thing. Every week. But speaking of club stuff, I'll hold this up here for the people on Facebook. Don't even know if you can see it from that far.
Oh.
But the Unshaven Misfits, we are doing a TV raffle for 55-inch HD TV. It's $5 per ticket. The money goes towards helping the club keep supporting the homeless and feeding and hygiene packs and everything that we do. Tickets can be purchased from Fug It or Action, if you know where to find us, any other member of the Unshaven Misfits, or by going to Queen City Teas at 3590 West Galbraith Road, Monday through Friday from 10:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. You can get the tickets any of those locations. The drawing will be March 11th at 5 p.m. It'll be at Club Trios. And if you can't be there, we will go live on our Facebook, the Unshaven Misfits Facebook, at 5 p.m. also to announce the winner for the 55-inch HD TV.
I think that's a pretty good deal. $5, you can maybe win a TV.
You can maybe win a TV.
Yeah.
Not a bad deal.
No, not at all. Who doesn't want a 55-inch TV?
I don't know many people. I would take one.
I want one.
I don't even know if we're allowed to win it.
Yeah.
I know we're not allowed to win it.
Right.
I know the last raffle we did, Tony's wife won something.
Yeah.
But no, my kids were all like, "Can I get in the raffle?" And I'm like, "You put your own money in. Like I ain't paying for it." But nothing else much happened to me. But we got the club stuff going on, and then they announced Ticket to Rock this week.
Yeah. Ticket to shit.
Ticket to shit. That's what we'll call it. That it was. I'm not impressed this year. Me and Action went last year with actually a bunch of the other club guys, and the 3 tickets last year were Korn was one show, Slipknot was the other, and then Disturbed was the third.
Yeah.
I bought the pack and then sold my Disturbed ticket. I didn't go to the Disturbed. Did you go to the Disturbed show?
No.
No, I know some of the guys in the club that I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you went or not.
Yeah, no, I sold mine.
But this year it's Korn on August 1st, Incubus with Jimmy Eat World on July 27th, and Avenged Sevenfold on July 10th. I will only go to the Korn show.
Yeah. Yeah. I would maybe, because I used to like Avenged Sevenfold. And, I would maybe go to that, but
See,
I don't think they really sound the same anymore.
No, they don't. The stuff that I do like is their early stuff, but I still don't even know much about them. Even after, I know some of their earlier stuff, but I don't know an album. I don't know a whole album. I don't know enough to where I would go.
Yeah, right.
Unless I don't know who's opening for them. I couldn't find that anywhere.
Yeah.
If they had a decent band for the opening band, I might go to that.
Yeah. And then Incubus, I'm not an Incubus fan.
No, they fucking suck.
Yeah. But that's I would give that ticket to Uber. That's his favorite band.
Is it really?
Yeah. That would have been his number 1 band had he been here. We
gotcha.
haven't got that yet, though.
I liked them back when Science, the album Science.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you what was on it.
They were a little bit more metal back then.
Oh really?
They used to open up for Korn, and they were Brandon Lloyd, I think his name is, the lead singer. He used to have long dreads, and they would come out. It was metal, and they would it was new metal, kind of fit in with the Korn and Limp Bizkit scene.
Right.
But he played I can't ever say this fucking word right. The didgeridoo.
Oh, didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo.
Yeah.
Didgeridoo.
Yeah.
He'd play that on stage, and it was always pretty cool. It was a great show, but then they got all radio-friendly, sappy rock bullshit, and they suck now.
Yeah, but it's really a shitty set of tickets.
It is shitty, but I'm going to buy the set anyways. Let's sell the other ones.
Right.
All right. Speaking of concerts and tickets. For those of you who can't see it, we'll make a sound.
Yeah. We have a bunch of them.
Bunch of tickets we're going to start giving away. So we're going to try out this contest, and it's actually going to happen next week. We're going to post about it all week so to get as many people involved in as we can. So for those of you listening currently, tell everyone you know. We're going to do, it's going to be a women's and a men's. And I'm honestly more excited about the women's.
Yeah.
We threw the men's in there just to give them a fair chance.
Yeah, right.
You're going to start women will start submitting their pictures to us.
I thought you wanted me to submit pictures. You looked at me in.
Oh, do you want to submit a picture?
No, it's alright.
A nude one?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Women will submit their nude pictures to us. So any of you out there listening, submit your pictures, and we're going to pitch you up against another girl. During the show next week, I'll have a pre-made image with 2 girls, and during the entire show, you guys are going to vote on who is hotter and who looks hotter, and whoever has the most likes at the end of that show is going to win. The guys are essentially going to be the same, but I'm not judging guys on hotness. So I will judge guys on facial hair.
Right.
So you submit your facial hair pictures, and sorry, Nate, you're not going to win any tickets.
Right. Yeah. Did we check the dates of the tickets to make sure?
Yep, we're gonna. Yeah, I did. There's 2 of them that are later in February, so they're gonna have to go first.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to go ahead and tell them everything we have?
Well, you could. I would reveal just the first ticket for the first show.
The ticket for the first show.
A lot of firsts.
First ticket for the first show. All right, let's see here. February 24th, which actually is probably one of the ones I'm actually really interested in. Who's Bad?
Oh, is that Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson tribute show.
Nice.
I think I would totally go to that.
Yeah, that'd be cool, dude.
Fat stack of tickets here for Who's Bad, the Michael Jackson tribute show.
Might be a couple short.
Might be a couple. But when you win 2 tickets.
Yeah.
And we'll do that.
See, I guess the loser doesn't get anything, huh?
Loser doesn't get shit. We'll give him
unless we're running low on tickets, and the loser might get 1 ticket. Or we're getting close to the deadline.
We'll send you a sticker.
Yeah.
And a nude photo of action.
Yeah, everybody wants that, dude. It's a hot commodity.
But yeah, the men's. So the women's, send us your hottest pictures. Obviously, we can't post nudes on Facebook. That doesn't mean we won't accept them.
Right.
But we can't post them. The men's will be bearded. And just so you know, we're not going to, if you have some huge long beard, we're not going to pitch you up next to some guy with, an awesome mustache. We'll try to at least keep them comparable.
Yeah.
We'll put all the long beards together. Each week we'll do one long beard, short beard, mustache, sideburns, so on. Maybe we can add in a peach fuzz category for Nate.
Yeah, that'd be
best
awesome.
peach fuzz.
Right.
So that's the contest coming up. We'll get a post up going tomorrow with more official rules and how it works, and so everybody knows what's going on. And if you guys could share that around, tell your friends, get everybody involved, so we can get those tickets rolling out.
Yeah, that'll be a good time.
Because there's a lot of fucking tickets.
Yeah, there are.
I didn't expect that many. And that was thanks to Finn at Bogarts.
Yeah, be sure to give them a shout out, man.
Yeah, Finn at Bogarts hooked me up big time. I asked him for some tickets for the show. I didn't know what I didn't know what to expect, and that was quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, last week, you guys did the news where, you each brought in your own article, and you...
Right.
I think argued for 20 minutes on what it was actually fucking called. Which then I think you ended up being wrong.
Yeah, I did.
It was headline screws is what you did last week. But, so we're gonna do telling the truths this week.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
So Uber's not here, so just be you kind of guessing, and anyone listening that's guessing. Let me see what I have. I kind of forgot. All right, first one. Huge cannabis factory uncovered at Legoland. This happened in England, a Legoland in Windsor. It's kind of, the whole story's kind of funny. It's in a building that Legoland owns, is where it was found. Mm-hmm. And it was literally the whole hydroponic system, the water, the aqueducts, and it said waist-high plants, about 50 waist-high plants. But it wasn't actually within Legoland. It's a building that is owned by Legoland, but it was outside the property. But outside the property is the Queen's property. So it's actually on the Queen's property, but it's a building owned by Legoland.
Right.
So, Legoland's got a weed factory in it.
Nice.
Next one, Taylor Swift sends Kanye West some soon-to-expire coupons. Apparently a thing went out about Kanye West's financial troubles, and as a little prank joke, Taylor Swift sent him some fucking almost expired coupons to help him out.
Nice.
Sure, for all them nice little interruptions.
Right.
That he set her up with.
Right.
Third one. Monopoly sets up holiday hotline to settle family disputes. So, play Monopoly, things are getting a little heated. Somebody won't sell you fucking one of the railroads you need.
Yeah.
An argument ensues. They have a number. You can call them, and they will walk you and your family through it.
Nice.
There's really not much to say on the last two, but the Legoland was pretty interesting.
Yeah, that was...
so that's the three I have. So we got Cannabis Factory. We covered at Legoland. Taylor Swift sends Kanye West some soon-to-expire coupons. And Monopoly sets up holiday hotline. Which one do you think?
I think it's true, false, true.
True, false, true?
Yeah, I think the Taylor Swift one's the false one.
You're absolutely correct.
Yeah?
True, false, true.
Nice.
I really like the Monopoly one. I was hoping that would throw some people off, because that doesn't seem true.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's a good idea, I guess.
It is a good idea.
If there's a lot of people to fight.
Well, Rickenbaugh in the club, he will not play Monopoly because it makes him angry. It pisses him off.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Alright.
I like Monopoly, personally.
I fucking hate Monopoly. And not because I get angry.
Yeah.
I don't get angry. I don't know. I have ADD. I can't play a game for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I like to be really cutthroat, but then I end up with no money at the end of it.
Trying to live on the edge, and then you're broke.
Yeah. Much like I do life.
Yeah, I think I kind of struggle with that same illness.
Yeah.
All right. Did you guys do a top 5 last week?
I don't think we did.
I don't think you did either.
I don't believe so.
All right, well, we're gonna do the top 5 again this week. I kind of liked the top 5.
Yeah, I did too.
Even though the top 5 Pornhub categories, that was a really good one.
Yeah, that was a really, really good one.
Not as good this week. We kind of went a little bit more traditional. But top 5 favorite bands. I'll let you go first.
Okay. I'll go from 5 to 1.
All right.
One being the favorite. Number 5 is Anti-Flag. I love that fucking band. Number 4 is Reggie and the Full Effect, which is another...
I don't know hardly anything about them at all.
Another great band. Number 3, I have Marilyn Manson. And,
nice.
Yeah.
Nice, I like him.
And number 2, I have the Beach Boys.
I actually just recently did a lot of research on them and kind of went through their whole discography.
Yeah.
I watched Love and Mercy, which was about, I think it's on Hulu or Netflix or something.
Yeah.
It's about Brian Wilson and his struggle with depression and mental illness and kind of like coming up from like, before they were famous to like after they famous.
Yeah.
And like when Brian Wilson was older, it was actually played by John Cusack.
Oh, really?
And he did it really well. He played the part really well.
Yeah.
I don't know, that movie got me really into the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
And I went and listened to like most of their discography, and it was pretty impressive. Because after I watched that movie and to like watch what they put into their music, I was impressed.
Yeah, like growing up, Kokomo was my favorite song.
Even though that was after Brian Wilson. I found that out in the movie.
Oh, really?
He had nothing to do with that song. He was kind of kicked out of the band by then.
Yeah?
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, that was my jam growing up.
Kokomo.
Yeah.
Alright.
Then number 1, I have Less Than Jake.
Oh, yep. Great band.
Always liked them, man.
Great band.
Yeah.
What's your favorite album?
Hello, Rockview.
Mine's Pescore.
Is
I
it?
love
Yeah.
Pescore. Great album. Les and Jake's good show. Good show. Yeah. I've seen them before.
Yeah, I've seen them a couple times at like Bogart's.
I think they served me drinks one night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, we were at my brother-in-law was worked for some contract company where they were doing setting up shows for Riverbend.
Yeah.
And he was working Work Tour, and they gave him an all-access VIP bracelet for the after show.
Yeah.
Just for working all day, because he didn't even get to watch the show. Like he'd catch some shows here and there, and but he didn't want to go. Like he likes rap. Like,
yeah.
He didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
So he called me and grabbed the Rick and Ball, and we went up, found him. We swapped out the bracelets, went back, and there was this huge after party, and there was just like tiki bar, and Les and Jake was serving everybody drinks. I was like, this is fucking awesome. Les and Jake just served me a fucking drink.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go from 5 to 1 with mine being, 1 my top most favorite.
Yeah.
I actually struggled a little bit making this list. I like so much different kinds of music, but I guess what I did it as is like bands that really kind of like shaped me.
Yeah.
And helped me actually like expand into all the music that I like now.
Oh, okay, nice.
Number 5 being Social Distortion.
Yeah, it's a good band, man.
I loved them growing up in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, I'm going to go ahead and say my number 4 also, because this kind of goes along with the story I want to say behind it. But number 4 is the White Stripes.
Oh, okay.
Anything Jack White, anything he puts out, anything he produces, I love. It's gold. It's phenomenal. Except for the one song that he did a few years ago with ICP.
Oh, really?
The only song he did that I
didn't even know he did that.
thought was weird, and he shouldn't have done that, but I guess, I don't know, hometown heroes. They're all from Detroit, so. But there was a time in, I don't know, let's say like 2006, 2007. I was constantly on this like search for new music. Like I was just like tired of everything that was like coming out at the time, and it all was horrible. And it was all garbage. I just didn't like any of the music out of the time. Mm-hmm. And so I went back to the 90s. I was just like, going back to my fucking roots. Going back to the fucking 90s and just listening to it because I can't find anything I want to listen to. And stumbled upon Social Distortion. And was listening to them again a lot. And in my mind, they were always like an awesome 90s band. Yeah. And that's all they ever were to me, was just an awesome 90s band. And then like come to find out, they're like in this whole world I had no knowledge of. It was rockabilly. And it sent me on this path of like looking up rockabilly and like modern rockabilly, old rockabilly, which obviously led me to Johnny Cash and a lot of the older rockabilly and Wanda Jackson and all that stuff, and then up to the new rockabilly, like Coffin Cats, which I think it's more psychobilly, but and it kind of like it led me into that path of like listening to things that I had never thought to listen to or even wanted to listen to.
Right.
And the same thing kind of happened with the White Stripes. I was during that time I was getting into them real big, and they do a lot of blues covers.
Oh,
they don't sound real bluesy necessarily. They're like punk blues, I guess.
Yeah.
But he's real into the blues, and it kind of sent me down that path, which almost went like I started getting real into like the blues, like early roots music. Mm-hmm. Bluegrass, kind of like, so those two bands kind of set me off into the path that I'm almost in today, as far as, I listen to a lot of roots, a lot of bluegrass, a lot of outlaw country, I guess you would say, like, whatever you would consider Scott H. Byram.
Yeah, right.
Not country, but that kind of country.
Yeah.
So that's why I threw them in there. They kind of like, from 2007 on, kind of like set my little path of what I always called at the time my musical revolution.
Yeah.
Maybe both those bands made me realize there was a lot of music out there that I had no clue, because in high school I listened only to 90s grunge, and rap wasn't cool, nothing else was cool, so I didn't listen to it. And
right.
I decided to start over because of those two bands. Relearn music.
Right.
Number 3 is because of my roots. it might be cliche, it might be whatever, because I'm a 90s baby, but Nirvana.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Nirvana means so much to me, like,
yeah,
they really do, like, they shaped my adolescence.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Shaped my adolescence, made me who I am. Their music always just really spoke to me over even most of the other 90s bands. Like, it really hit me.
Yeah.
I mean, with that said, I fucking hate Smells Like Teen Spirit. Like, I can't even listen to that song. Like, it's so played out, but I do love Nirvana.
That's how I am. Like, I used to like the song Lithium, and then I heard it so many times.
Yeah. I still like Lithium.
Yeah, it's a good song, man.
That one I can still listen. Yeah.
But if it comes on, dude, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, Smells Like Teen Spirit's the only one really for me. Like, if it comes on, I'll immediately change it.
Oh,
like,
yeah?
I just cannot do it. Did hear a really cool song lately in the country realm. Sturgill Simpson. You ever heard of him?
No, never heard of him.
He's kind of in that outlaw category, but he does a fucking badass cover of In Bloom.
Oh, really?
Real twangy and slowed down.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what it is. Like, you can hear it almost immediately because it's got that melody.
Yeah.
But it's awesome as shit.
That's cool, man.
It's kind of dark, too.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. It's awesome.
Yeah, I've never heard that guy.
Yeah, check that out. Sturgill Simpson.
See, that's where it'll come in handy if we have, like, a
iPad
or something hooked up to
I know,
it.
because then I could play it
music.
for everybody. Like, here, check this fucking song
right
now that I'm talking about. I can just let you hear it instead of making you do it later.
Yeah. And then if you, like, have to use the bathroom or something, we can always, like, take a little break, listen to the sweet sounds of Conway Twitty.
We need an elevator music button.
Yeah, right. We'll just have to hold a piece of paper up in front of the camera. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Number 2 is kind of what got me into music. Is my mom was always really into music, and she would, when I was younger, before I like got into music, and I feel like I was a late bloomer with music. Like I'm the oldest, and I feel like most of the oldest, like in a family, the oldest always have to figure shit out as they go.
Yeah.
Like to my brother's the youngest, and me and my brother are always really tight. Like, I was teaching him cool-ass music and shit that I knew when he was 8 years old.
Yeah.
I had nobody teaching me that shit when I was 8 years old. I had to figure it out. So, like, I feel like, you know, I don't know. I always feel like the oldest, they have to figure shit, so I always get into shit a little bit later. But I was like, I wasn't really into music until I was probably 13.
Oh,
like
really?
13, 14.
Wow. Yeah.
Really just wasn't. I mean, I liked some stuff I heard on the radio, and, you know, I enjoyed some stuff, but I didn't really start getting into my own music and my own albums until, 12, 13 maybe.
Oh, really? Dude, I can remember being little, like 9 or 10, and, like, my aunt would always get, like, they used to send those things in the mail, like, Columbia Records, and
House,
you could, like, lick the stamps and put the movies or the CDs.
Yeah, it was
or
Columbia
tapes.
House, and what was the other? Wasn't it BMG?
Yeah, BMG, man. Yeah.
Wow, yeah. Yeah, because I had the, once I got into music, I did do Columbia House. And
right. But I can remember, like, my aunt getting those, and then, like, being, like, 9 and 10, and, like, just putting, like Tupac stickers on there, and Inner Circle, and all kinds of shit, dude.
Yeah,
Chumbawamba.
Chumbawamba.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of early on, I'd say, like, I had my parents buy me cassette tapes of, like, Crisscross and MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice.
Mm-hmm.
I could say that was the earliest music I was even into, but still, I was like 9, 10 years old, and I was like listening to Crisscross. Like, but I didn't really know what I was doing. You know, I still didn't even care for that. Like, I got the tapes, but it was like whatever. But you know, the funny thing about Columbia House is the In Utero, the disc that I have, is the disc from Columbia House, because it was, and I remember that because it was like one of the only times that I liked the selection of the month.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't check mark the little box to say, don't send me the selection of the month.
Yeah.
So I let that one go, and that's how I got In Utero.
Dude, those services, man, you could get in deep with them, man.
Oh, yeah. You can go in debt real quick.
Oh, dude.
Being 14 years
like,
old. And
Columbia House owns your soul.
Yeah, they did.
Disney did that for a while, too, with, like, Disney movies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they did that.
Yeah, so I got a lot of Disney movies I didn't want.
Yeah. What I was getting to there is, like, my mom kind of early on was, like, I guess, trying to help me get into music. So she'd throw me, like, some of her music. Like, she'd give me a cassette tape or a CD or whatnot. I remember, like, one of the first ones she got me was, like, The Cars.
Oh, nice.
And she got me, like, Chicago. And, I mean, it was all right. I never really got into it, like, super into it. I mean, I appreciate them now, you know, that I'm older. And but I guess technically kind of is the first album, cassette, whatever that I owned that I really thoroughly enjoyed was she got me the Beatles Anthology one.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And Beatles is number 2 on my list.
Yeah.
Like, that got me so into music and so into just the Beatles in general.
Right.
Like, today, like, I love the Beatles. I love everything they do. I love, you know, their whole discography. It's just, I can go back and listen to anything. Like,
yeah.
But it was that Beatles Anthology one that kind of really kind of set me on the path of music. And, yeah, like, I love that. I don't know. I love the Beatles. Love the Beatles. And then my number 1 is going to be my number 1 because it's been my number 1 since fucking 96. It hasn't changed.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like my first, like when I finally got into music and my own music and the music that I liked.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wouldn't even say that. I'll just go ahead and tell you what it is and then I'll get into the story. Korn.
Yeah.
Korn is my number 1 band.
Yeah.
And they've been since 96. And, you know, when I finally did get into my own music, I was like, I guess what you would call in the 90s a poser.
Oh, yeah. Nice, yeah.
Yeah. Because I would only listen to, like, the 90s that was on the radio, and, like, you know, I did this because they did that, and then, you know, I was like, you know, I didn't really know what I was doing necessarily per se, and, like, it wasn't until Korn that I actually, like, ventured outside my little bubble and, like, found myself and, like, what I really like. And, because I remember, like, the first time I heard Korn, a friend of mine's brother played it for me. I was over at my friend's house and his brother turned it on. And, you know, in my 90s ways, I'm like, you know, no brand names.
Yeah.
No rap.
Yeah.
No metal.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we're angsty, we're angry, and we're going to play sappy music, and we're going to wear clothes from Goodwill.
Yeah.
No brand names, you know, and so played this Korn, and it was like, it kind of almost stood, like, was against everything I stood for.
Yeah.
Like, they're all wearing Adidas. This is really heavy music. Some of it's kind of rappy.
Right.
This is, like, everything I'm supposed to hate. And, but I loved it. Like, I couldn't stop listening to it.
Yeah.
And it kind of broke me out of my, like, little bubble that I was living in of, the 90s only grunge.
Yeah.
And, you know, from then on, I started listening to Deftones and all the other heavier bands, and then which eventually led me, like, to real metal, you know. Well, I know everybody's metal is different, but my real metal is, like, Lamb of God, Chimera, In Flames, stuff like that. But, you know, eventually led me to that. But
Limp Bizkit.
I still love Limp Bizkit,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
Apparently it's not cool anymore to like Limp Bizkit, but I fucking love Limp Bizkit.
I do too, man.
And I'll still say to this day, but other than Korn shows, Limp Bizkit shows, like, some of the best live shows I have ever seen in my entire life. I have seen some of the coolest shit in Limp Bizkit shows. Because they're always good at, like, energy. They're just bringing energy to the crowd. Right. And just really good at working the crowd. There was one show, I can't remember, I think it was in Louisville. We went to see him. And, I can't remember if I'm right or not, but I remember their seats to their floor was like a really high drop. It wasn't like, to where, like, you know, you go to US Bank Arena, like, I mean, the stairs pretty much go all the way down, and the seats are, you know, just a few feet up from the floor.
Yeah.
Theirs was like a good fucking 5-6 feet. There was a wall.
Yeah.
And, Limp Bizkit was on, and it might have been their show. I think they were even headlining. And, you know, the energy was going, it was picking up, and he was like, everybody get on the fucking floor! And, like, dude, it was crazy. It was like I remember sitting in the seats watching the other side, in just this waterfall of people
jumping
over this
the
wall,
ledge.
just jumping over the wall.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't just like a few dudes. I mean, it was like a waterfall of people. I don't know. It just amazed me, like what Limp Bizkit could do to people. Like, it just totally just like they didn't care that it was an 8-foot drop. They're like, "Fuck it, we're going."
Yeah. Fuck my ankle, dude. I need to see Fred.
Yeah, gotta see Fred. But if that was that show, because I know the Louisville show, I did meet Fred Durst. Like me and Christy and a couple other friends, we waited afterwards. Waited as long as we could. He finally came out. And, all the rumors are true. Fred Durst is a fucking cock.
Oh, really?
He is a piece of shit asshole, dude.
Really?
Wes Borland was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
He was fucking happy and making jokes and being silly. And Fred Durst is just like, eh.
Yeah.
Like, didn't talk to you, didn't even want to be out. You could just tell he didn't even want to be there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he was an asshole. Pissed me off.
Still like him.
They're still good, though.
Yeah.
Even though I fucking hate him, he's still a good man. So yeah, that was a good top 5.
Yeah, that was a lot better than last week's.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it. The only one I didn't know in yours was the Reggie and the.
Oh, Reggie and the Full Effect?
Yeah, Reggie. I know the name. I don't know that I know a single song that they do.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about them. What are they? Punk? Ska?
It's like punk. They're kind of all over the place. It's
Really?
yeah, you just have to listen to it.
I mean, it sounds like it'd be a ska band, like Reggie and the Cool.
Oh yeah,
School.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like the name. I don't know why.
The Cool Effect.
Not the Cool Effect.
Yeah.
The Fool Effect.
Yeah, dude, I really like them a lot.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to check them out.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on from top 5. You want to go into a snippet of your life?
Yeah, man.
Talk about what's going on?
Yeah. I've been I haven't drank alcohol in 18 days. Yeah. That's good.
Kudos to that.
That's I guess one of the longer times.
Yeah.
I've gone without.
Yeah, dude, you've got me beat.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I've cut way, way back.
Oh, yeah.
Way back.
Yeah.
To the point that, like, okay, you knew, like, I told you I threw up at Trios.
Yeah.
Or when me and Chuck went to Barnesburg, I threw up. Like, we got me a few drinks, and I went out, like, I kept telling him I want to go home, and I was like, I don't feel good, dude. And he was like, just go sleep in the car, and, like, I went out to the car, and I'm, like, laying there, and I was like, oh, fuck, I'm gonna throw up. And, like, I can't even tell you the last time that happened.
Yeah,
I can't remember the last time I threw up from puking.
Yeah.
But I think I've cut so back, like,
yeah.
far back that, like, I can't hardly handle my alcohol anymore. Because I puked something the night after the meeting.
Oh, did you?
Again.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that sucks.
I've cut so far back. And
right.
I know I'm drinking tonight, but...
Well, do you get, like, do you get, like, drunk quicker, or...
Oh, big
or
time.
just, and that's what making you get sick?
And I think that's what's making me get sick. I'm trying to, like... I'm so used to my limits and knowing how fast I can drink that, like, now it's destroying my life.
Yeah.
But I'm honestly to the point where, like, I've cut back so much that I don't really enjoy it. Like, Friday night, I wanted to drink really bad, but, like, Chuck was in bed.
Yeah.
Nobody was around, really.
Right.
Like, I was like, well, I'm gonna go get a 6-pack. And about 3 in, I was hammered, sitting there by myself, like, this sucks. I don't want to be drunk anymore, like, at all.
Yeah.
Like, this is horrible. Like, I just would much rather just be sober right now, just hanging out with myself.
Right.
Like, I can't even enjoy it anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it just got to the point with me, man, where, like, just going to the bar all the time, or just sitting around on Saturdays and starting to drink at, like, 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, it just got to the point where I couldn't do it anymore, dude. Like, it was getting old, man.
I'm definitely struggling with the bar.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of sick of the bar scene.
Yeah. Like, we go to, like, Trios and stay there, like, 5 hours, like.
And I don't mind it on occasion.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, I can't do that every weekend. At all. I can't do that every weekend.
Yeah.
I can't even afford to do that every weekend.
Right. Right.
I don't mind the big events, but...
Yeah. Well, my problem, too, was, like, I wouldn't, I don't know my limits.
No, you don't know your limits.
Right.
At all.
Like, if if I'm drinking and other people are drinking around me, then like I double time drinking.
Well, see, I do the same thing, which was always my problem.
Because like I'm afraid the drinks are gonna run out or something.
Well, like I'm a big time extrovert, and so the more people I get around, the less I pay attention to my intake.
Yeah.
Because I'm excited, I'm having a good time, so I'm not paying attention. So I'm just drinking, like fast.
Right.
Just drinking. The difference between me and you is I will drink and then pass out.
Yeah.
Like I will eventually okay, I'm done, I'm tired, I can't drink anymore.
Yeah.
Well,
you've done that before, like, oh, I'm alright, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
That dude, we still got plenty of beer to drink. Like.
Yeah, you and another friend of ours who has also recently quit drinking. I think he's a good.
Yeah.
I think he should be about 75, 80 days in of not having anything to drink.
Yeah.
You don't end.
Right.
You just go until you make all the most horrible decisions in life.
Well, that's see, and that's the problem. And I used to be like, cause I pretty much admit I'm a fucking alcoholic, dude. And like, I used to be like, oh well, I'm not an alcoholic because I only drink on Wednesday nights because I don't have to work Thursday, or I only drink on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
But like when I drink on the weekends, I drink enough for the weekend and to make up for the week that I didn't drink.
Yeah.
Like I used to just hammer them down.
Well, see, I found myself doing that at first when I decided to cut back.
Yeah.
Because, even though for about 5 years straight, every day, drink every single day.
Right.
And with the occasion of the occasional Sunday, if I got way too fucked up on Saturday, I might not drink on Sunday because I feel so horrible.
Yeah.
Or if we had a beard club meeting and I drank too much, I might not drink on Monday. But other than that, I drink every single night. But I never once did I ever feel that it had a grip on me.
Oh yeah, right.
Like I never felt like it owned me or controlled me. Like it was more or less I drink every night because I can drink every night.
Yeah.
And I never was like, there's not a reason not to drink.
Yeah.
So I'll drink. But it wasn't really, I finally decided to cut back. I finally, I made this rule that I won't drink by myself anymore. And, or when I'm not, hanging out with, just, when I'm sitting alone by myself. And, I made that rule, and honestly, it was that first week I had this revelation that it was it hit Thursday, and I felt great.
Yeah.
And then it was then that I realized that even though your hangover's gone, it still fucks with your head for a good 2 or 3 days, trying to get out of your system, depression and really kind of mentally destroy your head.
Dude. Yeah.
Because it was Thursday, I woke up and birds were singing, and I felt fabulous, and I was like, wow, I haven't felt this in at least 6 years.
The world is alive.
Yeah, and but for about that first 2 or 3 weeks, I was doing that.
Yeah.
Because what you said as far as you would finally hit the weekend.
Yeah.
So for that first 2 or 3 weeks, I was I didn't drink all week, and I would get to that weekend, and I'd be
down.
Whoa! I mean, I would just destroy myself, trying to catch up for everything I didn't drink during the week.
Screaming at the end of the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, man, dude.
Yeah.
For the first 2 or 3 weeks, I did that.
Yeah.
But then it got to I was out drinking myself. I was so now past few weekends I've hardly even drank.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah. Right.
Friday night I had those few I didn't even finish the 6-pack.
Yeah.
I had I think 4 out of the 6-pack, and I was fuck this, I'm going to bed. I feel horrible. And then didn't drink Saturday. Just hung out with Chrissy and didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
And then I think because I felt like I slacked on Saturday, I drank too much at the beer meeting. Yeah. Well, that I was having a really bad day.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Really bad day on Sunday.
Yeah.
But what else led you to that? No more drinking.
Yeah, I mean, man, besides that, I started, using it as an excuse because, I have, depression, anxiety, and stuff like that. Mm. And I'd be like, oh, well, I'm depressed. I'll just drink.
Right.
So I can get out of my head.
Right.
Because I'm always, living inside my head. I'm always, any bad memory from my life, I'll replay the entire thing in my head while I'm laying in bed before I go to work, or not before I go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So like yeah, I'll just drink to I'll drink to get out of my head, but like my problem is I don't know when to stop drinking, and so once I start, I can't stop, and then I end up doing crazy, stupid shit and getting blackout drunk and like it. It sucks because like I'm really bad about like calling like old friends I've had fallen out with or like ex-girlfriends.
Drunk dialing.
Yeah, and then like when I'm in that zone, like I feel like disconnected from myself. Like like if I'm super drunk, I can see myself looking at me like, oh, you're just a piece of shit. Like a Jekyll and Hyde. Yeah. Like this Jekyll and Hyde thing will like start going on and like I'll just think about like how I'm disconnected from everybody and like I'm like a sociopath and it makes me happy and shit. Yeah. Yeah, and like so.
Which I mean, like I said before, like as far as like I was realizing that how much the alcohol was really bringing me down. Like once I had like not drank for 4 days straight. Right. Yeah, like I'm sure that just wasn't making your depression.
Oh, not at all.
Any better. You know, like like how it almost seemed like the alcohol was helping by helping you forget things. Right. And not go to bed and think about every most horrible situation in the world. Yeah. But it was more or less acting just like a Band-Aid.
Right. Oh yeah, it totally was because like I said, I get stupid blackout drunk and call my exes and like everything in my head would shut down, and like I call them and I just verbally attack them. Yeah. Or tear them down and like when they couldn't take it anymore and they hung up or they started crying, then I'd be the happiest person in the world. Like really stupid, monstrous shit, dude. Like I don't know, man. Like it gets bad, and then the worst part is like.
Was it like you made them feel shitty, so now you feel less
happy?
Shitty?
Yeah.
I actually read about that. Like as far as people don't have depression.
Yeah, very crazy of me, but but like, so like the absolute worst part about it though, is, I'll eventually pass out. Mm-hmm. I mean, 99% of the time, if I'm blackout drunk, I'm gonna pass out. Wherever I am when I decide to pass out. Right. Like wherever I lie. Right. So like, but then waking up you'd like sleep the best sleep of your life because you're fucking blackout drunk, dude. And you're like, you're just dead to the world.
That was actually one of my first things I noticed with like cutting way back. Mm-hmm. I had a really hard time sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because I was used to drinking every week, so I'd sleep
like getting to sleep and stuff like that.
Great every night because I had a few drinks. But, getting back into the habit of, like, going to bed sober was a little different for me and weird. And it took me a while. It actually did. I had trouble sleeping for a while.
Yeah. So I'd wake up the next morning, and I can remember, like, just being afraid to look at my phone. Like I had a ritual. Like, because I wouldn't, because dude, it would be like, oh God, fucking Facebook messages, from Messenger and like, or like, I'll see where it says like, you have like, or 14 comments or some shit like that. And like I'll have like 9 or 10 text messages like from people I don't ever text. So my first thing I do, or did, when I woke up was to judge whether or not I'm going to look at the Facebooks and the text messages. I went to my call log to see who I called. And then I would look at Facebook. And,
wow, that's funny.
Yeah, and my text message. And that's shitty to have to wake up to that, like, oh, fuck, what'd I do,
Yeah. I mean, I've had nights like that. It wasn't like, I didn't have to do that all.
Well, this was like every weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like, there was this Nick Swartzen. He had a comedy album. I think it was called Who Farted. Or it said, Seriously, Who Farted? Yeah. I think it was what it was called. But the album starts off and he's talking about like how he realized he wanted to be a private detective. Yeah. And he realized this because of how much he enjoyed the next day after a blackout. And like, everything he had to do to figure out what he did the night before.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't know, I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed, like, you know, like, to figure out where I went and look at my receipts and who I talked to. And he was like, I want to be a private detective.
And then I think that, like, my hide, my drunk hide that comes out of me, like, obviously it's me, so I know what I do in the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think my hide self was out, like, intentionally doing shit to fuck me up.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm pretty sure there's a girl at my work that I sent a friend request to.
Yeah.
And a very long message. That I don't even want to talk about everything that I said. But I was almost certain, dude. I woke up the next day. I was almost certain that I had sent that to her. But when I went to look in my Facebook messages, it wasn't there.
Mm.
And I was like, well, maybe I didn't send it to her. You know, because you can, on your phone, you can delete your Facebook messages, like your... And I was like, well, maybe I didn't send anything to her. So then I went to work on Monday, and she won't even look at me. Like, I know I sent something to her, but I think my drunk self deleted it so I wouldn't think that I did. I don't know. I feel like that I set myself up.
So you definitely set yourself up.
Because I'm pretty sure, by the way she acted, that I did send her something. I just don't know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, we've all been there though.
Yeah.
Drunken bad decisions.
And then I can remember thinking like she didn't look at me. I'm like, I was like thinking like, man, like, how does sexual harassment work? Like, does it have to happen inside the workplace? Like, because I have no idea what I sent her.
I think it does. I mean, I don't think they could get you for some shit that you sent, like, outside
Yeah, hey, that's
work.
public, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not on company time. It just makes for an awkward work environment.
Just makes your day shitty.
Yeah. But yeah, so I started, I started having to do that every weekend. I didn't want to fucking have to go through that anymore.
Yeah.
But like, so after I quit drinking though, up until like 2 weeks ago, like, I was so fucking depressed.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I didn't hang out with anybody. I didn't like leave my room besides to go to work and club shit. And it was bad. I was depressed. I kept getting anxiety attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's all because of not like almost like a withdrawal type thing.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. Like it was crazy. Like my hands would shake.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I was so depressed and shit, and like I didn't know what to do, but I found something that helps me with my depression and my anxiety, and it's working great, dude. Like I can remember like Monday when I went to work, like, and I hate my job. like I think I just hate the idea of work in general. But
that's why we gotta get as many people to watch this shit as
right,
possible.
yeah, and you guys can just pay our bills.
Keep listening, pay our bills.
Go to iTunes and you can say the shittiest, nastiest thing about us, but give us 5 stars while you do it.
Yeah, I did. I meant to bring that up. We need to start saying that more.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to go to iTunes because iTunes is the important one.
Yeah.
Go to iTunes and rate us.
Because when you guys give us 5 stars, then we move up the ranks, and more people will start listening, and we can forget about you peons that started with us.
That was nice.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, how's the not drinking in general coming?
It's good, man. Like I don't even crave it. Like, and I can be around it, and it doesn't bother me. Like the first week or two, like I intentionally stayed away from people and doing stuff because I didn't want to be around because I was afraid if I'd be around it, I'd break down. Like
right.
I usually do after like 5 days. Like, oh, well, it's time to drink.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I mean, Rick and Bob was doing the same thing where she kind of like disappeared from party club scene for a while, and then the night that I went out with him and Phil for his birthday, I was actually really sick, but I still wanted to be there for Phil's birthday, so I didn't plan on drinking. But Josh thought I wasn't drinking because of him, and he kept going like, dude, you can drink. And
Yeah.
I'm like, why aren't you drinking?
Right.
And I was like, I'm sick. I don't feel good. I don't have to drink. Like, I was like, it's fine.
Yeah, I
like,
saw you guys went to that board game place, didn't you?
The Rook.
The Rook? Is that the name
I
of the
love
place?
The Rook, yeah.
Do they owe us money now since we said it on the podcast? But I saw a picture of all you guys sitting around your board game, and you guys had Cokes and water, and I was like, oh, that's cute. Look at them.
Dude, I felt horrible. I mean, I still had a good time, though. It was fun. Dude, I mean, the funniest part about that was, I mean, Phil might not like it that I'm going to tell the story about him, but, like...
It's like the wild Phil in his natural habitat.
Yeah. Phil's very analytical.
Yeah.
Like, he's very, like, you know, everything he does is, like, there's a reason, and he thinks about it, and,
what is that, left brain?
Well,
he's creative, too, though. So
he's very creative.
So he's both brains. He's no brain.
He's
no brain.
He's no brain? He's both brains, so he's no brain.
Right, yeah.
But, at one point, me and Josh went and got and smoked a cigarette, so we told Phil to go pick out a game.
Yeah.
And we were like, Phil's going to come out here, and he's going to bring this game, and he's going to be like, well, you know, I picked this, but I didn't know, like, if you would like it, or, like, so I got this, so I put this other one back, but then I got this one, and, but no, it didn't happen at all. He comes out, and he's got memory.
Yeah.
Like, the child's memory with, like, the turtles and birthday cakes and pizzas and shit, and he's like, guys, fucking memory. And he's super excited. And
Dude, that's awesome.
we were like, all right, let's go fucking play a game of memory.
Yeah.
Even though I knew I would get destroyed because I have shitty memory. I have horrible memory. And yes, Josh and Phil both destroyed my life at that game.
Yeah.
I lost. I very, very horribly lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rook's a good place, though, man. You should go. We've been talking about wanting to get a whole bunch of people to go down there because it's a great place. If you guys listening want to go down, it's a board game bar. It's a bar and a board game, and you don't have to drink. They have pop and finger foods and stuff like that, but they've got just the most biggest selection of board games I've ever seen. Just anything you can think of. Yeah. Just anything from all the stuff you grew up with to, like, you know, cool new board games now to, like, they've got a whole wall of, like, it's all dedicated to, like, movies and TV shows. And most of it, I think, is trivia.
Oh, okay. Nice.
But,
they have a Mousetrap?
I don't know if they do or not.
I want to play Mousetrap, man.
I mean, it doesn't matter what game it is.
Do.
They probably do. Yeah. They have, believe me, this place is, like, they have an upstairs and a downstairs. But they have fucking Twister. And I'm like, where are you going to play? I mean, I'm sure if it was dead in there, you'd have a lot of room. But I've never been in there and it's dead. Yeah. So I'm like, but Josh was trying really hard to get us to play that. And I was like, I'm not playing Twister right now.
Don't Break the Ice, that was a good one.
Yeah, we played that.
Was like Jenga before Jenga got cool.
Yeah, we played actually the first time me and Rick and I went there. That was the first game he grabbed. He was like, fuck him, Don't Break the Ice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a good time with Don't Break the Ice.
Dude, what was that other one that was good? Crossfire.
Crossfire!
You'll get caught up in the crossfire! Crossfire!
That was like one of the greatest 90s commercials ever.
Yeah, dude. Dude, did you see the commercial I shared on Facebook and tagged Chuck in? It's from like 1992, the Sizzler commercial.
The Sizzler commercial.
Dude, that was fucking majestic. Dude.
That was funny, man. I was watching, I was like, wow.
Yeah, dude, they put some money into that one back then. Like, it was nice. and long. Like, that had to be like a Super Bowl commercial or something.
Oh, yeah, it had to be because
the commercial was like almost 2 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it got really... It kind of reminded me like the beginning to, like, a training video for the Sizzler.
It was long because I didn't even finish it. I was like watching it like, when is this shit gonna end? Like, this is the longest commercial I've ever seen.
It might have been part of like a training video, because I remember when I started at Meijer, dude, we had a training video, and I don't know, some people, Meijer's employees made a song about Meijer's. And they were, like, dancing around and stuff, and then they all spelled Meijer in the parking lot. Like, that was on the beginning of a training video. It was the craziest shit I ever seen.
I've asked Christy about that. She worked at Meijer's for a while. She was
did she?
She worked at, she was third shift. She set up, like, she would have, like, the planograms or whatever.
Yeah,
and, like,
right.
Set up all the shelving the way it was supposed to be. And
when did she work there?
Man, it was years ago. I think it was Trendy was
Well,
either she was pregnant.
I stopped working there in like.
Maybe Journey. I don't know.
I stopped working there in like 2003. But I was there from like 99 to 2003.
What Myers though?
Fairfield Forest Park.
Yeah, it's the same one she looked at was Fairfield Forest Park one.
And I did second shift and third shift, but I did behind the customer service desk.
I'm trying to think.
That's where I got my first misdemeanor.
I think she was pregnant at the time with Journey, so that would have been like 2006.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that was after me. I moved on to bigger and better things.
Bigger, better things, better.
Yeah. I got my first misdemeanor there. At Meyer.
That's nice.
Just selling cigarettes to an underage person. The, what's that? The FTA? Firearms, tobacco, and alcohol.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That was that what it?
I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever. They tobacco, alcohol, whatever, dude. Fireworks. But anyways, it was a bust. It was a sting operation. Took me out in handcuffs, man.
Nice.
Yeah. Had to go to court. Get a lawyer. Had to lawyer up.
I have no stories like that. I've never really been.
Do some community service.
By the law.
Had to.
I've always been a good kid.
Yeah. Go to where they gassed animals and sit there for an hour.
Hi, Melanie. Thanks for tuning in.
Nice.
And yes, Leslie, they do have Cards Against Humanity still at the Rook. And in fact, I think they have like fucking 6 packs of them.
Oh, like all the expansions
that's
and all
big
that
one.
shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even just the regular game. Cause I guess it's a big game, so it's...
Yeah. It's a fun, if it's a bar, too, it's kind of a fun drinking game.
Yeah.
Play while you're drinking.
Well, and the cool thing is, like, in their bathrooms there,
yeah,
they have oversized Cards Against Humanity cards.
Yeah.
And they're always, like, the cards they have to do with, like, pooping.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's awesome.
So, yeah, that always works.
Yeah. But, like... Yeah, so anyways, back to what we were talking about. That Monday, like, I went into work, and I was just happy as shit, dude. Smile on my face and shit. Like, I never smile at work. Fuck that place.
Yeah.
Like... But, like, big old smile, and I've just been happy. Like, all week has been a good week. But I've kind of been on edge because I'm like, you know, when's it going to stop? When's it going to fall?
Yeah.
Like, when's that damage going to creep back in and make you sad?
You see, that's your fucking downfall right there.
Yeah.
Thinking too negative.
Yeah. So, like, I've been, like, I haven't really... I mean, I've been happy, but I don't think I've been exuberating.
Right.
And putting out, like, letting my happiness shine on the world. Because it's in the background, I see storm clouds are brewing that probably have nothing. Yeah, storm clouds that aren't there.
Yeah, the Cincinnati storm cloud where the weathermen are saying that it's going to fucking happen like crazy and then nothing ever fucking happens.
Right, but, like, since I switched it up and, like, I started doing this new shit for my depression anxiety, it's been amazing.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
like
awesome to hear.
Night and day.
That is awesome to hear.
Until the dark clouds get here.
Yeah.
That are building.
They're not coming. It's a figment of your imagination. But some people find beauty in the storms, so.
Yeah.
Just look for the beauty, actually.
Right.
Look for the fucking beauty.
That dark ass storm cloud looks like a unicorn.
You never know. So, anything else?
No, man. Not too much. Yeah. Working. Yeah. That's it. Like, nothing.
I feel like, I don't want to say that, like, as far as, like you said, as far as, like, hating your job.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I hate my job. Like, I like what I do.
Yeah.
But I'm not the right person to do what I do.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily per se. It's just my situation. I work in a room by myself for 8 hours a day. Like, I am by myself. Occasionally someone might come in and, like, ask me a question or, like, I need help somebody with something.
Yeah.
But I'm in a room by myself all day long. And that's not good for a person like me. I'm a people person. Like, I need people. So, I think, like, I don't want to say, like, full-on depression, but, like, it definitely fucks with my head because I'll just sit there and think about shit that I probably shouldn't be thinking about.
Right.
Like, you don't know how many times I've sat at work and, like,
Just from like
made up crazy shit in my head, and I almost thought it was fucking real, and
Yeah.
I was fucking freaking out.
Yeah.
Because I don't belong in my head. I should
Right.
not be in my head at
Right.
all. I need to be around people. But
yeah.
I don't know, man. I struggle with it. I struggle, like, and for that reason alone, I have a hard time getting to go to work because I don't want to go and sit there alone all day. I'd rather just hang at home with people or my kids or family or friends or do something.
Yeah.
But man, it just fucks with me.
Yeah, and I don't really hate my job. Like, I just hate the the idea of having to work. Like, there are people that are younger than me that will never have to work a day in their life. And I look at, like, and I'll just sit there, I look at my hands like, why couldn't you have been good at football, motherfuckers? Like, stupid ass vocal cords. Like, I don't know. Like, I need to be an entrepreneur, I think. Like, I need to be my own boss and be good at whatever it is that I choose to do so that I could sit back and have people work for me and I could be the rich person.
Well, I mean, we can shoot for Dead Star Beer Jelly.
Yeah.
I don't think Dead Star Beer Jelly will, like... My only thing with that is, like... I don't think bearding will forever be around.
Yeah.
Like, there might be, you know, guys like maybe me or you that might have our beards for the rest of our lives, but the bearding as a fad will eventually die, and then there will be no need for a 9,000 bearding companies.
Just like a fucking vape and shit.
Yeah.
It's the same way.
It is kind of the same way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you need to find something else to do.
Yeah.
I mean, other than the podcast.
Even though Dead Star Beer Jelly does work, and it's all natural.
I'm actually, I'm having a great beard day today because I actually am wearing it.
Yeah.
I have the oils and the fucking balm in my beard right now, and it's fucking great.
Handcrafted artesian.
It is artesian. Me in action. Handcrafted that shit ourselves.
Yeah.
Threw a little vitamin E.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's actually great for beard. Vitamin E is great for hair growth.
Yeah.
Keeps it strong and healthy. Keeps it from breaking.
Hemp oil.
Now we sound like horse.
Yeah. Right.
But no, I would love to start that. But we should start something else also. Dude, I'm always looking to start some kind of business, some kind of like... Because if I could get something to take off and not do what I do every day, God, I'd be in fucking love.
I feel like we should, like, turn my garage into a wood shop and make, like, I don't know, boxes or cabinets.
Boxes?
Furniture.
I'm not really good with wood. I mean, my wood, I'm fine good with. Like, I'm not good with, like, other than that, I'm not good with wood.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could be. I'm creative.
Yeah, I mean, if we buy the tools... It'll happen, you know what I'm saying?
If we build it, they will come.
Yeah, right. I mean, and I feel like maybe that could turn into something.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we're not Amish, but, I mean, we have beards.
No, we're not Amish.
No, so we couldn't sell handcrafted Amish furniture. Unless there's a way you could become Amish. I don't know if you could do that online or not.
Just apply, maybe.
Apply for
an Amish certificate.
A heritage, I suppose.
I don't know how that
works.
works.
But that would be cool. But I mean, you know, like I like my job. I guess it's a good job. But I still want to work.
No, like I said, like I like what I do.
Yeah.
But I can't say that I don't like work because what I do is not hard. Like it's not work.
Yeah.
Like I design shit and print shit. That's what I sit at a desk and I do things and I'll get up and run my printer, and as long as my press is running fine, then I'm good. Like it's not that
a lot of idle time.
Now when it breaks, like I have to work. Like you know, I have to like do physical work. But other than that, like you know, all this stuff you see back here hanging on the walls. If you're watching the Facebook, you know, I print stuff like that all day. Like I just I hit get the file set up, get everything ready to go. I hit print and. As long as the press isn't broken and it prints, I just sit back down and get on Facebook and talk about what we're going to talk about on the podcast for the next week.
Right.
You know, it's not like, I don't know if I'd call it work, but I would definitely rather be much working for myself.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to be your own boss and like and make your own hours, which you kind of get to do the hours thing now, but like not have to rely on having to go to work every day.
Right. Yeah, because I do kind of get the hours thing, but that's
Yeah.
I don't. It's where like if I owned my own business, I would get paid the same amount regardless
of
how much I was there.
Yeah.
It's where my downfall there is, especially was one of the reasons I definitely cut back drinking because of the job I have now. I don't have a set schedule. Like I go in when I want. So I started noticing like, I'd go in a little later,
right.
and I'd go in a little later.
Right.
And then later in the afternoon it got, I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. Yeah. And then I would leave, and I was just like, I wasn't making any money because I was leaving and getting there late and just doing whatever the fuck I wanted.
Right.
Like, I got to cut back on my drinking. I got to
not getting the hours.
Go in for 8 hours, or at least tempt 8 hours. But,
yeah.
Yeah, if you own your own company, but like,
dude,
you're like, I'm gonna put in 20 this week, but I'm still gonna get paid full.
Especially if it's like a craft sort of job, because like unless you're taking orders for like coffee tables, you could be like, I just get to this coffee table never because I'm just gonna throw it up online to be bid on or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I there's one business idea that I've always like kind of hung on to for the longest time. I'm almost afraid to throw it out there in the public because somebody's going to steal my idea, but I'm going to say it anyways. Maybe me and you can pull this off.
Yeah.
I've always, ever since college, like when I first went to college and I was starting to get like into design and printing and kind of learning everything I was learning, I took a whole class on screen printing. Like I know how to, I'm not going to say I'm Chuck.
Right.
I know it's an art, Chuck. I know if you're listening.
Right.
But, I do know the basics of screen printing. I learned how to design. I learned, the basics of other types of printing as far as, litho press and flexography and gravure and all the different kind of press. But I got this idea in my head because there was a guy, it was actually a guy that I was friends with at the time in college. Me and him kind of came up with this idea because he was double majoring and he was in the design printing, but he was also in like web and audio.
Oh, okay.
And we came with this idea that if that we wanted to create like a one-stop shop for like local artists and bands to come to, that they could record their CD, get their CD printed, get their stickers printed, get their t-shirts done, get everything done for one like low budget,
right?
All in one price.
Yeah, like a package deal.
Yeah, like a big package deal.
Yeah.
And I always thought that sounded so cool to me.
Yeah.
Like, be able to work with all the local bands in the area and like be able to do everything they need all in one place. You know, just, if they wanted to do a video, we could do their video. If we want to record now, we record now. If they needed, their CDs printed, we print their CDs. Like,
that'd be pretty cool, dude.
I always thought that was, but something like that would obviously take like.
You have to find.
I have the knowledge as far as the whole graphics and print side of it. We would have to find somebody to do the whole video and audio side of it.
You have to find a good space too.
In that and something like that would also take a lot of money to start.
Yeah, right.
Like we can't just kind of.
Yeah, you need all the equipment.
Yeah. It's not two guys in a kitchen mixing beeswax and.
We could start a GoFundMe.
Yeah. But yeah, that was always one of my ideas, but that takes a lot of money.
But like, if I could just invent something, man, like think of something useful.
I'm always trying to think of shit like that.
Yeah. Like I'm like, dude, like I know, like I'm all the time saying, I wish there was something that I had that could make this happen better. And I feel like I have those ideas all the time, but then I don't ever remember them, or I'm not really thinking about it.
You know what? And this is another reason why I kind of do that a lot. I invented the rotating Christmas tree.
Yeah?
Before the rotating Christmas tree was a fucking rotating Christmas tree.
Well,
like, it was an idea I had. Like, it was literally an idea I had when I was younger.
I'll tell you, another little profit thing, like kind of like the kids running into the back of me.
Mm-hmm.
When I was little, I used to think, oh God, I wish I knew what commercial it was. But there was, and you might know by the slogan, but when I was little, every time I'd see this commercial on, it was for like a company, and I thought of like a tagline for their company, and I always thought, the power of you. And like, later on in life, that's what they made their company's name, their little motto, the power of you. I want to say it was like Time Warner Cable or DirecTV or something like that did that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, I honestly was sitting there thinking Time Warner Cable.
Yeah, I'm thinking that might be Time Warner Cable. But yeah, dude, like, and like, thought of it, and then I have it. I'm like the modern day Nostradamus of our time. All this shit's starting to come to me slowly over the years. My superpowers coming out.
But yeah, like I try to keep inventions like kind of like in the back thought of my mind all the time.
And
because I mean, the '70s, you had a guy that made the pet rock.
Right. Yeah,
made billions of dollars off that shit.
Just putting eyeballs on a rock.
And I think it was the '80s. The guy that made that little plastic piece, the topsy turvy, that like turned your ponytail inside out.
Oh,
it was just stupid little fucking plastic piece.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking like, why did I think of that? I mean, I'm not a girl. I would never had a need for that, but I was like, that was the dumbest thing ever. That was, but it made that dude a fucking millionaire.
Oh yeah, and that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I don't even have to be like invention, like iPhone invention rich, but just give me a
stupid shit like that.
Get me a solid as seen on TV stamp on my package rich.
Yeah, oh yeah,
like, then you know you're gonna be making some money.
Oh yeah.
Like fucking, just make me OxyClean rich. They put that shit.
But don't die.
They put that shit in everything now.
But don't die.
Right,
was that guy's name? Billy something?
Yeah, Billy Mays.
Billy Mays, don't die. Yeah, no, man, it blows my mind. It was like, I was listening to the radio the other day. I think it was WBN or 96.5, one of the two. And they were talking about the guy that did the song for Ferris Bueller, the boom, boom, cha-cha-cha.
Yeah.
He, off that one song, his name was Dieter Dirks or something, like some stupid fucking retarded name.
Yeah.
He made us $175 million off that one song.
Dude, that's
it was the one song.
Yeah.
He had albums out, but nobody gave a fucking shit.
Yeah.
But off the royalties, after everything, he made $175 million off that song that had no words.
Yeah.
It was like,
oh yeah. Dude,
how's that possible?
Y'all know, that's what we need. One good song now. Or some kind of invention that could get us an as seen on TV stamp.
Dude, that's what we say. That's what, I mean, Chuck say with Janky D's all the time.
Yeah.
One good t-shirt.
Yeah.
One good t-shirt could change the whole game.
Yeah.
You get the right person to wear it, or you get the right person to see it. And then that's really what it is with anything. Anything you make, invent, create, it's getting the right person to see it at the right time. But I don't know, man. I don't let go hold of my dreams as far as like wanting to own my own shit.
What were you saying your invention was that got made?
The rotating Christmas tree. I was serious. I was a kid and thought of that shit, and I was like, I kept telling everybody like, dude, you know how cool that would be? I was like, but I wasn't smart enough to
so you can like see all the ornaments and shit?
Yeah, that I rotate, because they're out now, like you have them. Like,
really?
Yeah, well, yeah, you buy them, they're pre-lit.
Yeah.
And they rotate. They move. And, but when I was younger, I couldn't like, I guess in my mind I wasn't like old enough to like be able to think about how this would work, but my problem with the rotating Christmas tree was, how do you make it rotate and the Christmas lights don't get all fucking wrapped?
Oh, yeah, dude, yeah.
Well, I'm not a scientist, so I still don't really fucking do this shit. But they're pre-lit.
Yeah.
And then the plug comes out the bottom and goes in, but they're still able to rotate, so I don't know.
Huh.
I'm sure magnetics and
fucking
all kinds
magnets.
of crazy science shit.
Magnets? How do those work?
Magnets, bitch! Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it works still, but I remember thinking about it when I was really young.
It sounds like witchcraft.
It's witchcraft. Which, I mean, going back to what that could be something else I talked about what I do this week. Dude, fucking Salem.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about that.
I watched 4 episodes last night. Like, I'm addicted to Salem.
Yeah.
If you guys not seen Salem, you guys have to watch Salem. The
WGN.
It's on WGN.
Do we get money for that?
The WGN. We'll write them tomorrow and tell them we talked about them.
Yeah. We want our
Dude, it's about the Salem witch trials, but the witches are real in the show.
Well, yeah.
And, dude, it's gruesome. It's a fucking
Does it show, like, how
show.
they used to, like, dunk them in the water and burn them at the stake and stuff like that? Does it show that kind of stuff yet?
It does.
Yeah.
And there was actually some things, because Kirsty and I went to Salem 3 or 4 years ago.
I remember you telling me that.
And we kept seeing these. We went to the Salem Cemetery, and we went like to where all the supposed witches were buried, and we kept seeing pressed to death as one of the ways it dies. And I never knew what it meant. Never even looked it up after that. I took pictures of some of the ones that said pressed to death, and I never knew what it meant. People were getting pressed to death in the show, and I was like,
"Oh, what is it?"
Oh, okay. It was actually like they were accidental deaths.
Yeah.
They would whoever was in trouble, or they wanted information out of them. They were trying to press information out of them. So they'd lay them on the ground, tie their hands down, put this big crate, and they'd keep putting boulders in.
Really?
Making it heavier and heavier.
Yeah.
Trying to get them to talk.
Yeah.
But if they'd hold out, they'd eventually just
explode
and crush.
Yeah.
So they were pressed to death. And I was like,
damn, dude, that's
fucking shit. I was like,
yeah.
That's way worse than what I thought.
That's in that show?
Yeah,
Oh, dude,
they show a guy getting pressed to death in the show.
Dude, I want to watch that now.
Dude, it's a great... Dude,
yeah, it sounds good, dude.
It's awesome. Like, dude, seriously, I know I was kind of telling you earlier, but it's hard to eat watching that show. Like, they really do show, like, a lot of really gruesome, nasty shit.
Yeah.
Like, there's literally a scene where, like, this chick's pregnant, and, I mean, yeah, there's obviously no hospitals back then, so you don't know if you're having a stillborn or not, but
right.
She's, like, she starts seeing evil shit, like, come up, like, hands come up out of her vagina where they're trying to deliver, and she starts freaking out. She jumps off this fucking table, and then this dead, stillborn, rotted, nasty, blackish, rotten baby comes out, like, just falls out of her with all this liquid. It just goes everywhere, and just, like, it's gross.
Sounds intense.
It's gross.
Yeah, good lord.
But it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. And actually, I wish it was on Showtime. I really do, because
of some of the hotties that are in it.
The hotties in... I really don't know. I'll try to explain this.
Dude, that's like Games of Thrones, dude. There's so much nudity, like hot nudity, hot medieval nudity, that it's a little intense.
Well, one of the first major sex scenes that you see, and this is, again, on WGN.
WGN.
I don't know how they pull this off. I really don't. I don't know how they're... I guess, it kind of makes me think of the whole, like, Free the Nipple campaign.
Well, what time frame's it in? Like, what time slot is it? Is it later, like, where they can kind of maybe get away with showing...
I have no idea when it actually airs on TV.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Because sometimes you're like... even when we were little, like, NYPD Blue and stuff like the edgy shows would be on, like, after 9 o'clock and on.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think the whole series just ended, like, finished.
Oh, really?
On TV.
Yeah.
But I've been watching it on Netflix, which has 2 seasons on Netflix, and I think the 4th and final season just ended.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think they wrapped up the story and ended it. Kind of like, apparently from what I read, it was kind of similar to a Breaking Bad situation where they knew it wasn't going to last, and they wanted it to end at a certain point in time.
So they pretty much told their story and they were done?
Yeah, they told their story and they were done. Yeah. They weren't trying to drag it out.
Right.
But one of the... I don't know when it airs on TV, but one of the first sex scenes I saw was actually the Reverend of the town.
Nice.
Which, this is super interesting. The Reverend of the town.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Cotton Mather.
Yeah.
Cotton Mather is a real motherfucker.
Oh, really?
He's a real dude.
Yeah.
He went to Harvard, graduated Harvard when he was 15, smart as fuck, actually went on to start Yale University, like, super smart dude. But he studied religion and witchcraft at Harvard, and he's like this super, super smart dude. So that's even crazier knowing that dude is a real dude.
Yeah.
And
so they used a lot of his stuff.
Yeah, a lot of the real characters, a lot of the characters named in the show are real people that died or was involved in the Salem Witch Trials.
When they go the extra mile like that.
Yeah. But so Cotton Mather is in the local whorehouse. The Reverend fucking this girl, but the scene cuts to there's the bed, both fully naked, fucking his arms raised in the air, preaching to God, just fucking hitting her from behind. I mean, you see it. It's panned out
on WG.
Yes, but her hair is covering her, like, down on the side so you don't see her nipples.
Yeah. All right.
And then you obviously can't see, like, the dick and the penetration, the way the angles are.
Right.
But, I mean, there it is, light as day. Like, it's from a distance, the whole fucking shebang. Like, you see her fully naked, he's fully naked, preaching to God, fucking this girl from behind. Yeah. And I'm like, so as long as they don't show the nipple, they're good. Yeah. Like, that's it. That's all they can't show the nipple.
WGN.
But they can fucking show the rest of it.
Shots fired. Fuck.
Dude, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It blows my mind. Yeah. But it just makes me even wish even more this shit was on Showtime.
Yeah.
I was like, this shit has to be on Showtime. I want to see the nipples.
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy.
Great show, though. Great show.
Sounds like it.
But a couple of things I learned from it, actually, because it made me, well, between Salem and then that movie that came out called The Witch. Have you seen that?
No.
That shit's super fucked up.
Really?
I think it's a Guillermo del Toro movie. So
really?
It's obviously really, like, if you know that, it's going to be fucked up.
Didn't they do, Lords of Salem, too? Wasn't that like a...
That was Rob Zombie.
Yeah, that was a movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, which actually had to do modern day Salem.
Oh, gotcha.
But it was still witches.
Yeah.
And actually was shot in Salem.
Yeah. That's cool.
But the movie The Witch that came out
I'm trying to
the year before, maybe.
Like, I think I remember I like the previews for it, but I don't think I ever saw it.
Well, if you remember, like, seeing the previews, like, there was 2 V's.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And, well, after, I've seen the movie, and then you see a lot in the show, like, V's.
Oh, really?
For Witch. So, I don't know. It was actually just last night. I got done watching 4 episodes, and I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, when was the letter W invented? Yeah. So I looked it up. And it took me to Wikipedia. In the beginning, when there was letter presses, like printing presses, and you would put little letters in there, the W wasn't really... It was invented during that time. It actually invented for a while, but it wasn't known by a lot of people. Yeah. So they would use 2-letter U's in the printing press, put them together, and that's how they'd make their W's. And the funny thing was, if you go to the Wikipedia just W, the very first picture, it says, here is, the W, when it was still 2 U's, used in a book back in the 1600s. Yeah. And it was called Tyrannical Witches.
Oh, really?
2 U's. Yeah. It was written by Cotton Mather.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And I was like, that's kind of cool. Yeah. I'm watching the show, and it made me realize witches, W's, V's, whatever. Yeah. So, but yeah, depending on who was printing, sometimes they would use 2 V's or 2 U's. Huh. And then eventually the letter W was made, and I was like, that's super fucking interesting. That's why that fucking movie made it with 2 V's. I get it.
Yeah, right.
Makes sense. All right. Well, we can move on to the. You want to do the Q&A, or you want to skip and do the Would You Rather?
Yeah, let's do the Would You Rather and save this because I want to hear Dixon's. Yeah, and we can move this to next week.
Without Uber being here.
Yeah.
It changes some
and
things.
I want to hear. Yeah, and I want to hear what he has to say.
Yeah. So you don't get to know what the fuck we're talking about until next week. All right, I printed a bunch of them here. Ooh. We go through, however long they last, we'll see.
Yeah.
Would you rather have sex with your cousin in secret, or not have sex with your cousin, but everyone would think you did?
Which cousin?
Like
second cousin?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever cousin.
Because second cousins aren't really cousins if you think about them.
Yeah, no, second cousin. Yeah. So we're going to go with
That's
first
fair
cousin.
Game. Yeah, first
We're going to go with first cousin.
Yeah. I think I'd be able to handle it better if I didn't and everybody thought that I did. Because that could get interesting at family gatherings. Or like if the cousin was getting married and they asked like, does anybody have anything to say against this marriage? Everybody would like be in the back of their mind like, is he gonna stand up? Like, is he gonna do this? I feel like you'd have more fun with that one.
Yeah, you definitely could have more fun with that one. I don't know if I could last a lifetime though, like everyone's thinking I did.
Dude, that the shit's not even taboo like that anymore these days.
No, it's really not.
Yeah,
But in a way, honestly, mine's the other way around.
Yeah.
I would rather have sex with my cousin, not anybody know about it, because I'm not having a kid. It's not going to be inbred.
Right.
And I can just push that shit out of my head. Like, I was like, whatever.
Yeah, right.
Well, that happened. It's over. Nobody knows. Moving on.
There's a story.
Moving on the rest of my fucking life.
Right. I've had some times like that in my life. I mean, not with my cousins, but things were like, well, whatever.
Things where you fucked up and you say, whatever.
That shit happened.
It is what it is. Move on.
So put that one in the old memory book.
I feel like I would deal with that better.
Yeah.
Better?
I would deal with that better.
Just, I didn't even need the word more at all.
Yeah.
Throw it in there. I feel like I would deal with that better. Being able to, like, the shit happened, fucking deal with it, move on.
Yeah.
Than I would for the rest of my life being heckled by people. Like, or talked about by people. I think that shit would piss me off more than anything.
See, I'm more like, I don't give a shit what people think about me type of guy. Like,
I do what I don't.
Say whatever you want about me, I really don't care.
I do what I don't.
So, like, I don't think it would bother me too bad.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Would you rather have the best house in a shitty neighborhood or the worst house in a fancy neighborhood?
Fuck, I'd rather have the best house in the shitty neighborhood.
I agree
because
with that
you could set up the fences. And if you have the shitty house in the fancy neighborhood, then you know all those fancy fuckers are going to be snobby and yuppies and shit. And fucking always get on you about your broken fence. And
I agree.
Your shutter hanging off.
So we agree on that one. I agree. I'd rather have the best house in the shitty neighborhood.
Yeah, dude.
Again, I could give a shit what other fucking people think about me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you've got, like, a badass house, you've probably got money, so you've got enough to, like, set up perimeters and cameras.
Yeah. Camera system. Get a nice security system. You get, like, a safe room.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Safe room would be awesome.
Turrets. That'd be cool.
Hell yeah.
Anything, dude.
Would you rather have no penis or 5 penises?
Man, that's a tough one. I guess I would rather have no penis. Because...
Really?
Yeah, because 5 penises, man. That's a lot of penises.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of extra washing. And then... You know,
so you give up sex for life just because you had to wash some extra penises?
Well, what if like you're jacking off and like you're really getting into it and stuff, and then what if it like turns into like whack-a-mole on you, where like the blood shifts to one of the other penises? You're like, oh god, I gotta go with this one.
You gotta move, switch.
Right? Yeah. I mean, I feel like it'd just be tiring. It'd just be a lot more work.
I don't know, man. I think I'd go with the 5.
That's 5 separate sexual diseases you could get.
Yeah, potentially.
I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's like 5, I don't know.
That wouldn't stop me, though.
5...
the possibility of getting 5 blowjobs at the same time. That's amazing.
5... 5 things that could potentially get caught somewhere it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Like, or injured somehow.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely, 4 times what you're used to.
You have to buy special underwear. See, there's a laundry list of things that are wrong with this.
I don't know. I'm still going with 5 because of the sexual shit. That's all my mind goes to is like, 5 blowjobs. Yeah. Great. This is awesome. Yeah.
5 blowjobs.
That's all I can focus on. I get 5 girls. I don't even know I can find 5.
I'm thinking of all the health aspects of it. 5 blowjobs. Alright, you win.
This is, I don't know. I'll go ahead and say it. Would you rather be a virgin forever or have sex with your brother or sister one time?
Oh, God, dude. Fuck this game. Blood sister? Because I have, like, some stepsisters, and then I have, like, 4 stepsisters. Does that have to be blood? See, I feel like it's not. It's not
your brother or sister?
Or like an adopted sister. If I had an adopted sister, I would rather have sex with my adopted sister. If it was like my real sister, I'd be a fucking virgin. Because it doesn't.
For me,
it doesn't say you can't jerk it.
Because I don't like my sister at all.
And plus,
even as a person,
and plus, like a virgin with another human, because now they're starting to get androids and stuff like that, and sex dolls and stuff. Like yeah. I
don't think you'd lose your virginity if you fucked a robot.
No, dude. Like old Mouthy over there.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be all right. I think it'd be all right with that. I don't want to fuck my sister.
Yeah. No. I think I agree. I think I'd go with the virgin.
Yeah, that's weird. That's some Freudian shit.
Would you?
What fucking questions are these? Fuck.
Okay, this one reminds me of a porn that I watched once. Would you? And it's gonna sound really weird once I say this.
Right.
Would you rather have knives for fingers or penises for fingers?
That's awesome.
And if you
we know your answer. That's Tim Blowjobs.
If you must know the porn, it was Edward Penis Hands.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's Tim Blowjobs. Knives for fingers or penises for fingers? Dude, I feel like I would... either way, though. Either way you could go, you could be this. But I feel like if I had knives for fingers, I could be some kind of badass supervillain. But I guess if you had dicks for fingers, you could be this. You could be a villain. We gotta get dick fingers. He's struck again. Yeah, I like knives, dude. I think knives would be cool.
I honestly, literally have not a single clue.
You wouldn't be able to grip anything.
You'd have to think about dirty shit before you can pick anything up.
Yeah.
Damn, I can't grab this beer. Let me
Right.
watch the porn real quick.
Yeah.
Alright, I got it.
Yeah. You wouldn't be able to grip shit. And then how would you jerk off? Because then it'd be like tip to tip and shit, and be like, this is this is kind of gay, but I don't know if it is because it's me. Like,
well, I mean, you definitely couldn't jerk off if you had knives for fingers.
I didn't even think of that, dude. Oh man, I gotta rethink. No, because you could get sheaths. You can put sheaths on your knife fingers. I'm still going with knife fingers. You just got to be very careful. That's why I get old dick fingers to come over.
I really don't even know, dude. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know, dude. Because you got to think they'd be flopping around and shit, and you'd go to close the door, and then you'd end up slamming a dick in the door, which that would hurt. Any injury to it would hurt more than a regular finger.
Yeah.
Because, fuck, dude.
But
you could get them all pierced and it'd look cool.
I think I'd have to go with the penises just because, like, I don't know, the knives with, like, I've seen Edward Scissorhands.
You'd never be without a job.
Yeah. I mean, either way, though, you'd never be without a job.
You'd be the star of a porno.
You'd be the star of a porno or the star of a chef cooking show.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. I gotta have to go with the penises because just based on the movie Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, I mean, you can't...
Like, he's cutting himself constantly. He's constantly, like, poking waterbeds and cutting shit.
Can't sleep in a waterbed. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that anybody sleeps in waterbeds anymore. Please. Actually, I grew up on a waterbed.
Yeah, my mom had
a waterbed my entire life, like, growing up, and, like, I miss it. Like, I do.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember my mom had a waterbed, dude, and we had this cat Puff, and it used to jump on the waterbed and poke holes in it. And you could lift up the sheet, there'd be 1,000 little patches all over it from where Puff poked holes in it. Dude, it was alright, from what I remember. I don't remember much about that.
If you can only hear one song for the rest of your life, Bohemian Rhapsody or Ring of Fire?
Fuck. Probably Ring of Fire. I like Ring of Fire. I mean, Bohemian Rhapsody's cool too, but I don't know how, like, rock opera I could stand for the rest of my life.
I don't know. I was going to go with Bohemian Rhapsody because I've heard that song a billion times in my life, and I still love it. Like, like, it's never gotten old. Like, I love that fucking song. Not that Ring of Fire would get old either. Like, I love that song.
Yeah. If you could choose one, I would choose Aqua. I'm a Barbie girl. That's always catchy, dude, and I always hum it when it comes on.
I'm a Barbie girl.
It's a good song.
Alright, man. You gotta keep this shit going for a minute. A whole minute.
Oh, man.
A whole minute.
See, if we have the iPod hooked up,
back.
we could take a commercial break while he's peeing. It's the action show now. How are you guys doing tonight? Out there in Facebook land and podcast land. Hope you're having a good time listening to the smooth sounds of WJHR. Smooth rock for those lonely nights. Dude, I should have been like a radio DJ. I think I could have pulled that off. Welcome back. Turning the hits on Radio Josh. I could have been a good DJ. That's what I should have went to school for. Broadcasting. I think that would have been I could have been in charge of a radio station or something by now, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how fast you progress in the radio industry. I guess I could still do it. I could do like public radio. Spinning the hits. I don't even think you can spin the hits anymore though, because I don't think they use records anymore. It's probably all digital, all pre-programmed. That's what's wrong with the machine. Very serious talk about radio.
Very serious talk about radio.
Yeah. How I could have been a DJ, like a disc jockey.
I feel like I'm getting better at it.
Yeah.
Dude, the first episode I was uncomfortable as fuck.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember shit.
Yeah, right.
Like my words were coming out wrong.
Was erasing.
Yeah, I was nervous. I don't know why I was so nervous.
Yeah.
Like, it's still weird though. Like, going back the next day and listening to the episode, and I'm like,
yeah, right.
I sound like an idiot. Like, I sound weird.
Yeah.
Which is funny that I actually saw an article pop up on Facebook this week, and it was why your brain is weirded out when you hear a recording of your own voice.
Oh, really?
Which I saved it. I didn't get to go back and read it yet.
Oh, okay.
Like, as soon as I thought I saved it, I was like, I want to read this.
Yeah.
But it was like, the whole like explanation of why your brain is like, oh, as soon as you hear your recorded voice.
Right.
And I've actually had some realizations actually about myself, like going back and like listening to myself. And I've always heard I do a pretty good impression of my brother.
Yeah.
And but listening to myself, I was like, wow, my brother talks like me. Like, that's why I guess I do such a good impression.
Yeah.
Just his timing and the way he talks, everything, to where I hear when I listen to him. Listening to myself, I realized he picked up a lot of that from me, which I didn't. I don't know. That was the first thing I noticed was like, the way I talk. I don't know. It was weird. I was like, that's so weird. But then also occasionally, I don't know if you guys hear this or if you ever hear this, but like, I noticed a certain amount of like twang in my voice that comes out every once in a while. Like, I would say certain words, and I'd be like, well, that was weird.
Yeah.
Why did I sound like a hillbilly there?
Nice. Yeah, I don't think I've really picked up on it.
No clue. No clue.
What we got next on there? These crazy-ass questions.
Would you rather be an ugly genius or a hot moron?
Ugly genius.
Yeah, that would.
So because you would have money.
Ugly genius.
I mean, you could be a hot moron and have money too, but at least ugly genius, you might be known for something.
Yeah, I'm always in
the future.
I have thirst for knowledge.
Right.
So
Yeah.
As soon as it said the genius, I'm there.
Yeah.
Would you rather have the superpower to fly or to become invisible?
Invisible all day.
See, fly has always been mine. That's always my number one is fly.
I mean, that's the downfall of being invisible is you still have to use transportation. Like you, and then you have to deal with trying to be visible, be invisible, and be visible to people though to travel because you couldn't just. It's not like you could just hop in your car and drive somewhere. Being invisible, and you couldn't hop on a scooter because it looked like the scooter's just fucking going wherever. Unless you could if you could turn it on or off, definitely invisible.
So I always feel like flying is, and I've gotten actually debates about this with people like as far as like what would be the best superpower to have, not even just between these two.
Yeah.
And I always feel like flying is like
the ability to stop people's hearts.
Okay.
That would be the best. Because
that was morbid.
Yeah, right. Well,
we went right there, didn't we?
I'll see people in public, or looking at news stories like the piece of shit of the weeks and shit like that, and I think I could just go to their court date and sit in the audience and just stop their heart. Not have to worry.
So you would definitely use that for like justified reasons, like people that deserve that shit.
No, because I'm afraid if I was like driving and somebody cut me off, stop their heart. Like, I feel like I would get out of control with it. So,
that's funny.
Yeah, like I feel like I would probably start out with the best intentions, but I'd end up a super villain.
Well, as far as that goes, yeah, I've thought about that also. Like, if I had certain powers, I'd be like, for the most part, I'd probably do good.
Yeah.
But I would probably also do shit that would classify me as villain.
Right, yeah. So you'd be like an anti-hero.
Yeah, definitely.
Like mine, like I'd be like, oh, look at that fucking line. Heart. Just move on up the line, dude.
I would definitely go with fly.
Fly? I just feel like I get tired. You know? Like,
I mean, how many muscles do you think you're exerting when you're flying?
I don't know. I've never had that superpower. You might have to work every muscle in your body at once. Clinch everything.
So I guess I've never thought about that aspect. I just assumed you would just it's like floating. You're not really doing anything. You're just flying through the air.
You just think fly and you're floating.
Fighting. Gun.
Right.
But see, like this is what was always my argument with the flying. That like everybody's always like, oh, I want super strength or I want this or that, and I'm like, I want to flying, dude. That's where it's at because like, okay, you wanted to choose invisible, but I'm like, well, I could just fly somewhere and rob a bank and then fly away and I'm invisible. Like, they saw my I could have worn a mask, but then I could be on the other side of the country in a matter of minutes. Like,
well, that's where my superhero power comes in good. I just walk into a bank, all the people around heart. They all drop. And then all I gotta do is worry about, I don't have to worry about anybody hitting buttons. All I gotta do is worry about finding the tape so I'm off the cameras or wear a disguise. I'd make a perfect supervillain with a heart stopper.
I mean, honestly, that power, I've never, heard anyone say, that power. Heart stopper.
Yeah.
I want to stop hearts.
I could, be, the only guy on a plane with a parachute. And then, make my way to the cockpit and be like, heart! Stop the pilot. Then I could hop out of the plane, hit a button, all the gold falls off the back of it behind me, and the plane goes down. Everybody, they just think everything.
That's horrible.
Yeah, dude. I'd be a perfect supervillain.
I'm glad
and
you stopped drinking.
When I watch movies and stuff, dude, I always like Batman's and shit like that. Like any movie that has a bad guy in it, I find myself while I'm watching the movie relating more to the bad guy than I do the hero of the movie. I do that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like that meme. It was talking about, when you're growing up, you're like, oh, Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And then you grow up and you're like, I really love more to the Joker.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I get why he is.
Yeah. So, that's why I'm I watch God, I could be that bad guy. And I'm a nice person.
No, I'm the same way. I've thought about that. Depending on what superpower that I have, I was like, I might rob a bank, but I'm gonna save this person while I'm doing it. Like, I want to do something good. Like,
yeah, with my superpower, you're either all good or all bad. Like, there's no, you can't come back.
Yeah, I'm definitely the anti-hero. Like, I'd be doing good things.
You can't come back from the heart stopper. Or like an armored truck, just heart stopper all the guards. There's your armored truck, all the money you want. Or I always thought, now that we're talking about superpowers, because I've put a lot of thought into these. I thought a cool superpower would be, I don't know, because I watched this movie about people that had superpowers, and the one guy had like money with denominations written on it, but when he gave it to him, it actually looked like the bill.
Yeah,
I forget what that was called, like Looper or some crazy shit like that. Something weird like that. But I always thought a good superpower would be if I wanted to, anything I touched, I could make that appear back at my house. So like I could walk up to a car, touch the car, one would be in my driveway.
Okay.
Like it wouldn't actually take that car away, but the same car would be in my driveway.
Like a copy more.
Yeah, like bag of money, boom. Change,
but that also
boom.
goes against everything you were trying to do this week.
Right, I know, yeah.
Get rid of opposition.
Yeah, but that would be a cool superpower.
That would be a cool superpower.
Yeah, you can like, just walk around and touch bags of money. Or like somebody would be like, and this is a gold...
It would be because you're gaining and nobody's losing anything.
And then like go to the museum and they'll be like, oh, this is a gold bar. Like, can I hold it? And then boom, 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 shit ton of gold bars at my house. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe someone with that superpowers... Well, no, that wouldn't be the superpower.
Like, I feel like there are so many good superpowers that haven't been written about yet.
There is.
I should have been.
But I would say something similar to that is probably what happened to Tom Brady's jersey.
Yeah, right, yeah. Boop.
Somebody just took it.
Yeah, at my house now.
How do you just fucking take Tom Brady's jersey?
And the game-winning football is missing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that came up today. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
That's definitely some superpower shit.
What are you gonna do?
That's definitely superpower shit, dude.
Yeah.
Tom Brady said he swore 100% he put it in his bag.
That game was rigged. Just like Building 7. They said Building 7 collapsed before it collapsed on the news. On that game, they said that the Patriots won before they even got the playoff. Rigged.
See, that's what's weird about working in the printing world. My last job, they would, we printed for Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
I may or not be even allowed to say that. I signed a thing when I worked there, but I don't work there anymore.
Non-disclosure?
Yeah, I signed one of those when I worked there, but I don't work there anymore.
Yeah. Fuck that.
But dude, every year, they would... Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars they would print. They'd be sitting there on our floor at Super Bowl for Coca-Cola. We'd print both teams.
One for each team?
One for each team. And...
Well, you gotta think, like...
Whichever one didn't win,
yeah.
all that would get shredded and go in the garbage. But they still paid for it. And I'm just like... Yeah. What a waste of fucking money.
Because, like, after the games and stuff, when they wear, like, their T-shirts and their hats... Like, you know, the other team has those T-shirts and hats sitting back in their locker room.
Oh, yeah. And they all go down, like...
Yeah.
Down in some third world country.
Yeah.
And hand it out.
And then they're like, here, we'll give you 2 shirts and a hat if you make 17 iPhones. Shit like that.
Yeah, it always blew my mind. It always blew my mind how much we would print for...
Yeah, I guess I never really thought about, like, the print industry,
Dude, it was crazy.
Yeah.
I would see all this printing laying around for, like... I mean, not even just... It wouldn't even just be NFL. It'd be college games.
Yeah, right.
And I was just like, dude, this is crazy. They're spending so much money on this to all just possibly get... Well, yeah, one of the teams is going to get thrown away.
Yeah.
Shredded. Garbage.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
All right, let's go with a pain one here. Would you rather peel out all of your nails on your fingers or pull out all of the teeth in your mouth?
Oh, man. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, those both suck.
Yeah. Because I've had my nail peel off before. And that's painful. Or does the teeth fall out of your mouth?
You know, pull all the...
Oh,
you
pulled
have to pull
out of your...
all your own teeth out of your mouth or pull
man.
off all your nails.
Oh, I would say nails just simply on the fact that they're both going to hurt, but nails grow back.
That was my logic behind it. Like, honestly, I feel like the fingernails would actually hurt less than the teeth. I feel like they would hurt a little less, and they would grow back.
And it'd be easier to get them out.
Yeah.
Like a quick yank on a fingernail versus trying to have to crank down on a tooth and wiggle it and
saliva and shit's gonna slip and it ain't gonna come out the first time. You could probably get your nail out the first time with, something.
I mean, it would suck.
Hardcore gripped. Oh, it would suck horrible.
Yeah, it makes my teeth hurt thinking about it.
Yeah, that's horrible. Alright, well, we got 5 minutes left, so we're going to move on from this.
I like that, though. We need to keep those handy.
Dude, I got a ton of them.
Yeah.
Like, all this shit is Would You Rather, so we got plenty to go through other episodes. I like that. I like it. So we're going to go with the Cincinnati Piece of Shit of the Month. Which, come to find out, I didn't even print the damn article. But I remember what it was.
Yeah, if you want to look it up real quick, I'll talk about the runner-up. The one that I picked.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine.
And it made national news. Like, it was on, like, Fox News and CNN today.
Well, I got 2 that I could bring up possibly. Yeah. I mean, we got a little bit, 5 minutes to kill.
The guy in Middletown that burned his own house down for the insurance money.
Yeah.
He said that they asked him, like, how he had his possessions or whatever. And he said that during his, when he first discovered there was a fire, he hurried up and ran around the room and packed all these boxes and luggage that was in his car.
Yeah.
And threw them out the window. And the medical doctor actually pulled up his pacemaker data and could prove that they were already packed because during the time of the fire his heart was at a steady beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't excited.
I mean, that's kind of genius, though.
Yeah.
They ever fucking
but like that's all over like big news outlets now too.
All right, the official Cincinnati Piece of Shit of the Week, which it didn't happen this week, but she got charged this week. A 20-year-old woman has been charged with raping a 4-year-old. India Kirksley is her name. And as much as this story sucks, like, that's disgusting and that's horrid.
Yeah.
I do have, like, really weird questions. Like, I mean, she got caught because she recorded herself. It says, investigators said she recorded herself performing a sexual act on the 4-year-old. It doesn't say if the 4-year-old was a boy or a girl.
Right, yeah, that's what I was wondering.
And
I mean, not that it would make a difference.
No, it doesn't.
I was really curious.
But I am myself. Yeah. Like, is the 4-year-old a boy or a girl?
Because I feel like if it's a girl, it's even worse.
Because, I mean, I guess anything... Yeah, I mean, I guess, obviously anything naked and sexual can be anything. But when I first read this story, I'm just like, for one, how does a woman rape a child?
Right.
But obviously my mind goes to sex. There's no possible way a 20-year-old woman could have sex with a 4-year-old boy.
Right.
But it does say performing a sexual act.
Right, yeah, so, I mean... I don't know. That's fucking nasty, dude.
It's still fucking...
Can't stand that shit. She'd get the Heartstopper.
Yeah, her bond is $350,000.
Yeah.
Which doesn't seem high enough to me, honestly.
No, because what do you have to put down? Like 10%? It's a 35%.
I've learned this from somebody else recently. It depends what type of
the severity
bond it is.
of the crime, too, probably.
Yeah, and the severity of the crime, whether it's, the percentage...
It's like $35,000. I mean, you could put a car down for that as collateral.
The other one I read today, which I don't even need to look it up. I don't know the dude's name. I don't really care. But this happened this week.
Yeah.
This guy goes into a UDF and says, I need 2 packs of cigarettes of whatever kind he was ordering. And they're like, okay, it was like 8, I think it was 8 something. It was like 836 or something like that.
Yeah.
And she was like, your total's 836. And he was like, I have a gun and I'm not paying for these. And they're like, okay. And he grabbed his cigarettes. He walks out and leaves.
Yeah.
They write his license plate number down. They call the cops. Cops come. Track down his license plate number, find out where he lives. Goes to his house to find the fire department there putting out his house that is engulfed in flames.
Yeah.
And which happened before the robbery.
Oh, really?
So, like, I guess dude, like, set his house on fire and then decided to go rob UDF for $2 of cigarettes. There's really no moral of the story.
Yeah.
There's, like, you know, like, why he did it. Like, it was
he had enough.
Yeah.
It was like that movie.
He gave up.
Standing Tall.
I was going to say, what was the other one? With Michael Douglas.
Yeah, that's what I thought that was called, Standing Tall.
Breaking Point?
No.
It's not Standing Tall is with The Rock.
Oh.
It's called, what is it? The Michael Douglas movie where he just fucking
he
gives up.
Yeah, he leaves his car in the middle of the highway.
Yeah, no, it's not Standing Tall. That's the Rock movie.
Hang on.
Breaking Point?
I gotta
it's
look
not
it
Breaking Point. Breaking Point, I'm thinking of Point
Stand
Break.
and Deliver? No, that's the math movie.
Any other time I would know this, I feel like I should
Dude,
know
I
this.
know. Like, I'm gonna look it up, dude.
But yeah, there was really no good explanation. The dude was just had nothing to say really about it. He just burned his house down and robbed UDF for $2 of cigarettes. I mean, my thought is, like, if you're gonna burn your house down, I mean, you must go rob a fucking bank. Like, go big or go home.
Right,
know?
yeah.
Like, why rob UDF for $2 of cigarettes?
Right.
That's weird.
You could at least definitely get money or something from him, dude.
No, not UDF. I work there. You can't get money from UDF. It's
Oh,
impossible.
Really? They
Yeah.
don't keep a lot in their drawers.
No, they keep like less than $100, and they have those like timed safe things
Oh, okay, gotcha.
that like nobody has the codes to. Like you push a button and can get 20 out,
Yeah.
but then you can't get another 20 out for like another 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's stupid.
Falling
robbing
down.
UDF. Falling down.
There it is.
There it is. Not standing up, falling down. Hey, I like your positivity though.
Yeah.
Standing up.
Right, standing up. Another good movie was in Romancing the Stone. That movie was awesome.
Dude, Michael Douglas is a fucking amazing fucking actor.
Yeah, dude. Ghost in the Darkness with the lions.
The Lions.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
when I was
dude.
going to say that was like one of my favorite Michael Douglas movies.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
That was a good movie, dude.
Yeah, we should watch that.
Yeah, I like that.
Now that you say that, I'm going to watch that here soon.
It'd be a good Sunday thing to do.
It would be good.
Throw a movie on. Do a
Definitely
Michael
good.
Douglas marathon.
You seen Ant-Man?
Yeah, he was good in that too.
He was good in that. I was kind of impressed because
the sequel to that's coming out.
Yeah, I saw that. I hadn't really seen much since of Michael Douglas here recently, and he showed up in that, and it's kind of interesting. You see the memes and the spoofs on how the Patriots won the Super Bowl?
No.
You know how they won the Super Bowl with like that last little like interception? It was like, this is how the Patriots actually won the Super Bowl, and it like zoomed into the football, zoomed into the football, zoomed into the football, and Ant-Man was holding the football up off the ground so it
awesome.
didn't touch the ground.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, dude. Well.
All right, yeah, I think we're about to wrap it up here.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for this week.
That was a good episode.
Yeah.
So everybody can fuck off and die.
Fuck off.
Bye.
Bye-bye.